evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the night before the races, Derby Day, in support of Wayfinder Family Services and Lilliput. Wow, we're virtual, folks. My name is Freddie Silvera with FSA Auctions. I'm delighted to be your host this evening. We've already got folks coming in the chat bar. Do us a favor, say hello. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know if you've got any drinks going in, your mint juleps at home. Maybe you have a special a party going on. I know we already have some watch parties at home. You'll get a chance to see those very shortly. But folks, we've got Karen Alford. Yes, we've got Scott, Linda, and Dale. They can't wait to get started. Karen, I see you there. Thank you for your support, Karen. And we've got Jenna Fratkin, so excited. Claire, she's got the horse emoji. I love it, Claire, the horse emoji. Jean Minton, looking forward to the mint julep instruction, Jean. Full disclosure, I love it. And Sean said, what a great event for a Friday night. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here tonight to support Wayfinder Family Services and Lilliput. You'll have an opportunity to learn more about our program as we go. But as you get situated this evening, we're going to come back to you live here in just a few minutes. But as Jean Minton here shared in our chat bar, Jean's getting excited to learn all about our craft drink for this evening. So ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoy yourselves. Chris Stinky said, happy to be here with Beth. Thank you very much. Do us a favor, ladies and gentlemen, we'd love to hear from you in the chat bar. So sign in, log in, create an account during this video right now. You'll have an opportunity to learn how to make a mint julep. But sign in, we'd love to hear from you. I know Donnie's going to be in the chat bar in just a second. We're so excited for the support of great work. We see you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us for Derby Day, night before the races, 2021. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your mint julep with Chris from Revival. Hello everybody, thank you so much for joining the Lilliput Family Foundation for Derby Day celebration. Of course, being Derby Day, we're going to make a classic Derby Day cocktail, the mint julep. My name is Chris. We're here at Revival at the Kimpton Sawyer in Sacramento. Stop by anytime you can before or after this event. And we'll start right away. So, of course, you're going to need your mint. You're going to need your bourbon. I'm using Maker's Mark. It's a brighter bourbon that's going to feature a little vanilla behind it. And I'm going to use a sugar base. Today I'm using Demerara sugar. You can use any other simple sugar syrup or powdered sugar, anything you have in the house. When we get to it, I'll let you know about how much to use. So, I'm using a julep tin today. If you have something like that available to you, that's going to be the choice because it's going to conduct temperature the best. But if you don't, a glass or any other receptacle is just fine. We're going to start with our mint. Now, I like to muddle the mint inside the cup. Not everybody does. Some people will take the bouquet, which we will garnish with it, and just brush around. It all depends on how much mint you like. But I'm gonna muddle. So I put my mint in, I'm gonna grab my Demerara sugar. I'm gonna use about a ½ ounce. And everybody's different, sometimes they like a little more sweet, sometimes they like it less sweet. I'm gonna use about a ½ ounce. Put that right on top of the mint. Once I have the mint and the Demerara sugar together, I'm gonna grab a little muddler. If you have something like this, a wooden spoon works, anything, you just give it a little gentle press. Just a little gentle release. You don't want to go too hard. You don't want to bruise it, make it bitter. Just a little aromatic release. Get it working with the sugars. And after that, we're going to go to our bourbon. Now, this is another personal choice. Derby Day. This is a drink with a lot of ice. You want a sipper. You can go as much as 3 ounces of bourbon, whatever your flavor is. I'm going to use a solid 2 ounces here. Once I have all those greens together, I'm gonna grab a little crushed ice. We have pre-crushed ice here. If you don't have that at home, you can wrap ice up in a towel. You can take a mallet and just give it a good beating. And once you do that, you wanna just take a little bit and drop that in, just so it's about halfway. Once you do that, grab a spoon,
and give it just a little swizzle. Notice I'm holding it at the base or I'm holding it at the top. I don't want to put my oils from my hands on the glass because that's going to ruin the conductivity and it's going to not allow it to get as cold as we need it. And I'm just going to swizzle around. I'm just twisting the spoon. You can stir. You just kind of want to get it churning with the mint and the sugar and the bourbon. And then we're going to take much more of our crushed ice and we're going to give it a nice big pile. Don't worry if you don't see the liquid come all the way to the top. As I said before, this is a sipper. It's going to dilute over time. It's going to open up the flavors. No worries. We want a nice mound of crushed ice on it. I'm going to take my straw. I'm going to make a little indent in there so that I can take my mint, which I'm going to wake up just a little bit. I'm going to put it in the palm of my hand, and I'm not going to crush it. I'm just going to give it a little clap just to wake it up. That mint starts coming out. And I'm going to insert it in there. So a nice big bouquet. And you want it to be big and robust. And when you take the straw, you want to get it right next to there so that when we take a sip of it, we get all that nice mint in our nose. And then of course, little, oh, wonderful. Nice and cold. You can see that chill is coming on the cup. It's going to last you all day. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you have a wonderful Derby Day celebration with the Lilliput family. At any point, if you want to come talk juleps and all the variations and approaches, come by Revival, Kimpton Sawyer, Sacramento. Join us. Thank you so much for giving your time. One last thing, personal thing I like on my juleps is, of course, you're drinking a long day, you need a little snack. I like putting a nice Luxardo cherry right in there as well. So when I get to the bottom, I have a little sweet treat. Again, thank you, enjoy, cheers.
Yes, Chris. Cheers, Chris. Wow, I see Jennifer Eason here in the chat bar said, I wish I had one right now. Jennifer, it's so good to see you, and thank you for all your support that you've been with Wayfinder and Lilliput for so many years. Jennifer Eason, it's so good to see you here. We've got Beverly Johnson and Jean Minton. Jean Minton just said, beautiful drink. Thanks for the lesson, Chris. And Vanessa said, cheering on Derby Day from Los Angeles. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got watch parties all over the country. We have watch parties happening all over the country tonight, and we're going to take a quick look at some of you out there. Check out some of our watch party photos, ladies and gentlemen. We have folks in St. Louis. Yes, that is correct. St. Louis and Atlanta and Panama City. Ladies and gentlemen, how cool is this? We have watch parties happening all over the country. In Atlanta, we've got them in Los Angeles. Vanessa's down in Los Angeles having a great time. And there's Karen. Karen said, red wine over here, but who's doing the mint juleps? Ladies and gentlemen, if you've got a mint julep at home, we'd love to hear from you and let us know how it's going. Chris and Revival, thank you very much for your support of Wayfinder Family Services and Lilliput. We appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, we have a very fun and exciting program that's going to move super fast. We're kind of getting warmed up here and we're getting ready to get started. So I want to give you a couple housekeeping tips before we get started. The first is I would encourage that you join Chris in the chat bar and talk about how the Chardonnay is on the rocks. I see you, Chris. We're having a lot of fun. Nancy Bowie Thompson, me, delicious mint julep in my derby outfit. Nancy Bowie Thompson, it's so good to see you. Such a huge supporter of Lilliput and Wayfinder Family Services. Nancy, I saw your comment in the chat bar. Hopefully you got your text. Send us a photo, Nancy. We'd love to see your outfit. Send us a photo and we'll throw it up on the YouTube like we did with our watch parties, Nancy. We can't wait to see your outfit. Do us a favor, take a photo before you take it all off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us for Derby Day, night before the races, in support of Wayfinder Family Services and Lilliput. We have an amazing program lined up for you. Here's a few tips on how to participate. One is we'd encourage you to join us in the chat bar, have a lot of fun, as you can tell there. The next is to participate fully. I would encourage that you use your laptop for your YouTube Live, or you can put your YouTube Live up on your smart TV. And then what I would encourage is you use your mobile device to participate in our Fund a Need and live auction, which will all be happening live here in just a few minutes. So do us a favor, you'll see the QR code up here now. You can go to the link right below. If you go to that link, derbyday2021.ggo.bid. Go to that link, derbyday2021.ggo.bid. That's where you can participate in our live Fund a Need as well as our live auction. And we've already have folks that are bidding on our live auction items having a lot of fun. And our Fund a Need is already to almost $2,500. Let's take a look at our Fund a Need here real quick. We've got Evan Matthew at $250 and Brian coming in at $100, Andrew at $100, Dennis at $100, Evan, Susie, John, Jean, Andrew, and Mr. Daniel Howard, Leslie. We've got a lot of folks already making a generous donation towards Wayfinder Family Services and Lilliput. So ladies and gentlemen, we have an amazing, fun, exciting program lined up for you. It's going to move super fast. Very shortly, you're going to have an opportunity to have Donnie Diebolt right here on live camera. She cannot wait. I see you over there, Donnie. She's right behind the camera. She's going to come over here in just a few minutes. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we'd love to hear from you in the chat bar. Here's the phone number here. Nancy's looking to text a photo. You text the photo to 925-525-1941. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have anything going on at home, you've got your nice hats and you've got your mint juleps, or maybe you're just at home with all your friends and family, maybe you've got pets with you, do us a favor, take a selfie photo and text the photo to that number in the chat bar, 925-525-1941, and we'll do our best to get the photos of you up on the live stream here throughout the program. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's a true pleasure to introduce our board member, John Nicholas, to share with us a little bit more about Wayfinder Family Services with Lilliput. Please enjoy.
Good evening, everyone. My name is John Nicholas. I'm on the board of Wayfinder Family Services and Lilliput, and I welcome you to our night before the races Derby Day event, where we've gone virtual this year, as so many other organizations have, but we're here to welcome you to what's hopefully going to be a really fun and really inspiring event to help to raise unrestricted funds for foster youth and adoption services throughout the state of California. All funds that are raised tonight will go directly towards those efforts, and we're very pleased that you could join us. A little bit about me. I came to Lilliput a few years ago by way of a community service project, and fell in love with the organization and their mission because in my life, I happen to have two just regular daughters who grew up in a normal traditional household. And what Lilliput and Wayfinder strive to do are to provide that environment for kids who need a little extra help and who have a lot of love to give. And we enable that to the best of our abilities. So with your efforts tonight and what you donate to us tonight, we'll be able to do that even more and even better throughout California over the coming year. I'd like to thank our sponsors for their generosity for our Night Before the Races event. We have First Northern Bank, SMUD, Sutter Health, Consolidated Communications Foundation, Wells Fargo Foundation, Muller and Associates, Teichert, the law offices of Ellen Arabian Lee, and Blairsdale's Business Products. And for those, we'd like to give a big round of applause for their support and for their ongoing assistance to Lilliput Wayfinder. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to our hosts. And again, I thank you very much for joining in, and bid high and bid often, and we'll see you at the end of the show. Thank you.
Thank you, John. We appreciate it. And it's pretty cool to see how we're all connected to Wayfinder Family Services. And yep, we've got a lot of love coming in the chat. Nancy, we're going to get that photo of you up here real short. We appreciate you sharing, and anybody else that wants to share your photos of you at home, we can't wait to share those of you as well. And look at this, Evan and Laura Matthew, looking forward to tonight's activities with the horse. Folks, let's see if we can get as many horse emojis in the chat bar as we can. This is going to be so much fun. Jay Allen said, well said, John. We appreciate it, John. Ladies and gentlemen, we have so many amazing board members, including John, and we want to highlight and thank everyone that makes tonight possible. I want to make a quick special mention to Chris Stickney. Chris, Donnie let me know I might have said your last name wrong, and that's on me. I'm sorry, Chris. but she said that you're such a great supporter and sponsor of ours, that you have a great sense of humor, and we hope you're having laughs at home, Chris. So much. Nancy Bowie Thompson, of course, go SMUD, and thank you to all of our sponsors. So ladies and gentlemen, let's show as much love as we can to all of our sponsors this evening in the chat bar. I'm going to start sharing with you our sponsors, starting off with all the folks that make tonight possible, our amazing sponsors. First Northern, with a special thank you to Andrew Tagg. Thank you, Andrew Tagg with First Northern. Global Vision Technologies, a big thank you to April and George. Global Vision Technologies, thank you, April and George. And SMUD. Nancy Bowie Thompson, we're so excited you're here. SMUD, who has been a supporter for Derby Day for so many years. Nancy's got her mint julep there. Thank you very much, SMUD. We appreciate you. Sutter Health, a huge thank you to Gene Minton. Gene, I see you there with all the horses in the chat bar, Gene. A lot of love for Sutter Health, Gene Minton, and all the horse emojis. I love it. Woo! And AASK Board alumni who helped the mission alive. We're so very grateful for AASK Board alumni. And Consolidated Communications Foundations, a special thank you to Karen Williams, Consolidated Communications Foundation, and Tykert. A huge thank you to Mike Isle. Tykert, we really appreciate your support this evening. Mueller and Associates, big huge shout out to Bill Mueller, Mueller and Associates. Our Roseville Firefighter Association. Gabe Michael, we really appreciate your support. Roseville Firefighter Association. Law Offices of Ellen Arabian Lee. Thank you, Ellen. We're very appreciative. We see you in the chat bar. Thank you, Ellen, with Law Offices of Ellen Arabian Lee. And Blairsdale Business Products. Thank you, Harriet and Amanda. Blairsdale's Business Products, we appreciate your support. And last but not least, Chris, I love you, man. I'm showing all the love I can for United Agencies. Thank you, Chris Stickney. We really appreciate it, Chris, all of your support. Ladies and gentlemen, we see all the love for our sponsors in the chat bar. Woohoo! Gene and Raul and Gene and Brandon and Nancy and Blythe and Terry and Gene and Karen and Jay. So much love for all of our sponsors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our board of directors. We just had an opportunity to hear John. Let's give a huge shout out to all of our board of directors with Wayfinder and Lilliput, starting off with Elworth Brent Williams, our chair, Linda Meyerson, dean, Scott Farkas, Glenn Sonnerberg, Edward Clambus, Harold Davidson, Timothy Ford, Robert Held, Steve Hernandez, Mickey Jordan, Richard Kaplan, Jonathan Macy, Reva how do I say it, Donnie? Reva Shakatoa, Stevie Wonder, Erica Fernandez, David Raw, and John Nicholas. I did my very best, and I appreciate it. Thank you. All of the love for our sponsors and our board of directors. Thank you, everyone, for your support this evening. And now, our host committee. Thank you to all of our donors. A huge shout out to our host committee with Susie, John, Jean, Dave, Terry, Tamara, and Erica. And a very special shout out to our board members attending tonight with our sponsors, SMUD, Nancy Bowie Thompson, president of SMUD board, and Brandon Rose, vice president of the SMUD board. Wow. Thank you so very much. And Global Vision Technologies, everyone tonight that makes a huge difference for Wayfinder Family Services and Lilliput. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Derby Day, night before the races. Yes, folks, we see all of your love in the chat bar. Lilliput said we are so grateful to our board and our host committee. Thank you to our sponsorships. Wow. Well, folks, it has been a lot of fun with you. We have an amazing program lined up for you. But without further ado, let's hear a little bit more about Wayfinder Family Services and Lilliput with the services they provide from Carol. Please enjoy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the night before the races, our annual Derby Day event. And although we're not able to be together in person, we're definitely together in spirit and look forward to a really fun evening. My name is Carol Ramirez. I'm the Chief Program Officer for Lilliput Families, a member of Wayfinder Family Services. And I am so honored to have been able to work alongside so many children and youth, families, community partners, and many of you for the last 26 years. I want to spend a little bit of time just sharing some of the critical services and programs and work that we do with so many children and families in California. There are over 60,000 children in our California foster care system, all of whom have found themselves in circumstances which are out of their control. And our goal and our mission is to ensure that children live to their fullest potential. And fortunately, at Lilliput, we have the opportunity to provide a continuum of services for children and families. When families are struggling at the onset and living in circumstances where they do not have sufficient supports and services, we're able to provide early intervention and prevention services where we go in and provide intensive parenting, linking families to housing, employment, services, counseling. We also have family finding, where we have the opportunity to identify, locate, and engage relatives for many children who've been disconnected after being brought into the foster care system. And many times we find as many as 35 relatives, which the children had no idea were out there, and connect them and build relationships. We also have our Kinship Support Services program, where we support relatives who are raising their relatives' children. And we go in, provide parenting, support groups, activities, education. We, of course, have our foster care and adoption program, where we recruit community families, caregivers, to provide resource parenting, foster parenting, and support. And if the children are not able to return home, are able to adopt. And many kinship caregivers also provide this service. We also have our mental health services that we recently launched in Shasta County. And we have our post-adoption services, whereby we provide ongoing support for as long as the families need us. And our other program, which is really impactful, is called our Visitation and Coaching program, where we provide opportunities for birth parents and their children to visit and stay connected while the children are in the process of reunification with their birth families. We do all this in partnership with community partners, with our families, and with many of you. We are not able to see the impact and the profound change in the trajectory of children and families' lives without your support. It's incredibly important that we come together as a community to serve children and families, and that we take joint responsibility. And we're incredibly grateful to all of you for supporting us, whether this is your first time or whether you've been supporting us for the last 5, 10, or 15 years. So please, as we talk about the Fund the Need program, please be sure to raise your paddles and help us raise dollars and funds to support these incredibly impactful programs. Thank you so much. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Carol. We appreciate it. And now we have the Associate Director of Development, Donnie DeBolt herself, with us. Thanks for joining us, Donnie.
Thank you so much, Betty. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, everyone, for joining us this evening. And this is the part of our event where we talk about our Grand Marshal. Every year, the Derby Day event, we have a donor who has just been outstanding that we want to give a salute to and to honor. And this year, we're going to be honoring Jim Meeker. Jim Meeker has been a donor for 47 years, starting with AASK, Adopt a Special Kid, starting as one of our original board members. And then about 7 years ago, Ask blended its services with Lilliput. And he continued to be a very strong supporter. And 47 years of that kind of unwavering commitment meant that we were delighted this year to make him our Grand Marshal. Unfortunately, Jim passed away in January. So since we couldn't have Jim here this evening in person, but we know he's here in spirit, we have a young man named Jersten who asked if he could share his life with you regarding the impact that Jim Meeker had on him as a donor. And one thing that Jim always said at the end of every phone conversation or anytime he'd walk out the door is he would say, "Love indeed." And I know for all of you out there who know Jim, you've heard that before. And so with love indeed, we would like to now share Jersten's video of how he met Jim Meeker through our scholarship fund, and how he met him when he was 18 years old. And then for 10 years, Jim kept in contact with him. And Jersten went from foster care to adoption to being a civil engineer, a mechanical engineer, and getting his degree at UC Riverside. And we're so thankful that a transition-aged youth like Jersten could make such a wonderful impact on people's lives, and a lot of that is because of Jim as well. So here's Jersten's video. Thank you.
I never really got to meet him in person, but I was able to kind of get to know him, through the scholarship, and through Di. She was always kind of like the one to let him know, what I was going through at college, and the questions that I had, and kind of like the feedback that I had for him, thanking him for supporting me, despite never really knowing me, or I guess one thing that always shocked me was that he never really kind of got to know me in person, and really got to know me as who I was and everything, and but he still had the heart to support me, and I guess have thought of me as someone with a potential worth helping, so I think that's something that always to me speaks great about a person, that they're willing to help someone, even with the limited I guess understanding of who the person is, and whether that person will really take advantage of that opportunity that that the person is offering. So but from the communication that I had with Diane, and he's always someone that seemed like a very caring person, and who really did everything he could to help others. So that, yeah, like I said, one thing is I would have really liked to appreciate, show him my appreciation in person, but unfortunately that's something that I didn't really get to accomplish. But I think he understood through my emails and my my communications with him that really appreciated his help. I think it was somewhat of probably a mix of two things. I think it was more of a kind of like a hero figure, I guess, if you think, a supporter on the sidelines that was, kind of like cheering me on, and, helping me in a way, financially, helped me a lot, being able to have something, to count on, something that I could kind of use, for school, for books and things like that. But yeah, I think it was just, I think to a certain extent, it was just more knowing that, there was someone that was kind of that I had to be held accountable to, it was someone that, was kind of helping me, and that in a way I couldn't really let down, so it was kind of a motivation, it really was, something like that, I think even, as, through, growing up and everything, I never really felt as though I really had that many people that really thought that, that I was gonna, amount to too much, so it was always great, whenever I found someone that, that I could kind of hold on to, and look up to, in that sense. So yeah, I think that's something that he was always, he was always that for me. Say, I guess, don't be afraid, of lending other people, the opportunity to, to be pushed, or having, have, I guess, someone to look up to, or to feel like someone is supporting them in one way or another. I think just being a donor that can be able to offer someone the opportunity to go into the foster care, or and eventually being adopted, having some, something to hold back on as far as, knowing that, you can offer them the opportunity to eventually have a family and and be motivated, to become something in life that, statistically, sometimes, people that are in the foster care systems, they, they're not expected to amount to much, and I think, but, being a donor and being able to, support someone in that sense, and help them, overcome those obstacles that, that were unfortunately presented in the beginning of their life. And I think that can make a huge impact. And, you can either, enjoy, a great dinner, a lavish dinner with money, or you can help someone, really become something better in their life, I think that's, if anything, my thing, don't be afraid to help others.
Thank you, Jerson. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Jim Meeker, love indeed. I love it. Kate Taylor here in the chat bar said, love indeed. So much love for Jim and Jerson. Thank you so very much, Jerson, for sharing your story and the impact that Jim Meeker, our Grand Marshal, has had on your life. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get started right here, right now with our live Fund a Need. Followed by our Fund a Need, we'll have our few live auction items, and then you'll have a chance to hear from 2 more families and the impact that Wayfinder Family Services has had on their lives. Ladies and gentlemen, now is an opportunity for us to come together and make a huge difference for Wayfinder Family Services. Now, my buddy pal, Chris Stickney, he just donated $500 towards our live Fund a Need. Thank you very much, Chris Stickney. We appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started with our Fund a Need right here, right now. You can start to make a gift at any level that would a meaningful level from you and your family, or you and your watch party. You can make a major gift here together tonight. And tonight's not about one gift, but it's about all of our gifts. All of our gifts coming together, as large and as small as we can make. Every gift is a dramatic impact together. Tonight is about all of us coming together, making a huge difference in support of Wayfinder Family Services and helping all of the programs that we've heard from Carol, and we've had a chance to hear from John, and we have had a chance to hear from Jerson and Donnie. Ladies and gentlemen, now is that chance. You can make your gift by going to the link below or the QR code up here now. If you go to that link, derbyday2021.ggo.bid, if you've already registered, if you still need to register, you can do that by clicking on Get Started, create account, fill out your email, password, your contact, credit card information, and then you'll be able to make a gift towards our live Fund a Need and bid on our live auction items. So I've already got Chris Stickney here at $500 and Miki Jordan at $250 and Shannon Gordon at $100. So ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get started with our live Fund a Need now. You can do that by going, oh, there it is, CPO, Carol Castick Ramirez. Carol, we love you, Carol. Thank you so very much. I was just talking with Donnie earlier while we were watching your video, and Donnie said that Carol has a heart of mission. It's a career of mission, and it's a mission of love. And Carol, thank you for being a part of tonight and sharing your story. And that was a very beautiful hat, Carol. Thank you for being a part of it tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we've already got the chat bars going wild. Chris and Beth, we love you so much. Chris and Shannon, thank you, Carol. You have such a heart for our mission. Ladies and gentlemen, there's Jay Allen coming in at $250. Ladies and gentlemen, we're almost to $5,000, and I haven't even shared with you the impact together you can make. So on the screen here now, you're going to see what your dollar can do. You'll see on the screen that $10,000 covers the cost of 1 year of shepherding a child through foster care toward a permanent, loving family to call their own. So the first $10,000 this evening, ladies and gentlemen, could fund an entire year of supporting a child through foster care. $5,000 tonight could help cover the cost of one of our visitation and coaching staff for one family. So providing program services to one family would be at $5,000. $2,500. Every $2,500 tonight, ladies and gentlemen, covers the registration costs for specific training for families with workshops such as the Nurtured Heart or Healing a Child from a trauma-based background. $1,000 this evening would support the cost of the group for grandparents raising their grandchildren for 6 months. $500 is emergency essentials for a child just placed in a relative's care, such as clothing and bed. $250 is extracurricular activities for kids in foster care, such as sport, music, art. And $100 every gift tonight supports our families with food, gas, and clothing to support them. So ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Now is an opportunity for us to come together and make a huge difference. We've already got almost 5,000. We're going to get started tonight. If there's anybody tonight that would like to give 5,000 or more, ladies and gentlemen, you can give gifts to our Fund a Need. You can also call the phone number below if you're having any technical difficulties with giving a gift. And if you're even struggling even more, you can make your gift in the YouTube chat bar by typing in your first and last name and the dollar amount that you'd like to give. We'll take all different payments tonight to support our Fund a Need. Your gifts make a meaningful difference for us. So I'm wondering who would like to come in at 5,000. If there's anybody tonight wants to start us off in a huge way, maybe at 5,000 or 2,500. We've already got Jay Allen at 250. Yes, 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 yes. Dave and Grace Raw. Dave and Grace Raw, thank you so very much for your support. To over $2,600 from Dave and Grace Raw. Dave, I had an opportunity to get a chance to connect with you at our last virtual event with Lilliput, and you have such a huge heart for Lilliput and adoption services, and hearing your story and your family has meant a lot. Thank you, Dave and Grace Raw. Amazing. Sarah Bryn, Lilliput, we love the Raws. Lilliput, thank you, Shannon. Shannon couldn't be happier to support this organization. Chris Stickney, we love you, Karen. We're having a paint night here soon. Here we go, folks. Anybody else wants to come in at $2,500 together tonight? We can make a huge difference. Yes! We've got Eason Tambarini. Thank you very much, Eason Tambarini at $2,000. Yes, folks. Thank you. Let's give a lot of love for our Nancy Bowie Thompson with SMUD. Thank you very much, Nancy Bowie Thompson at $500. Can we show that photos of Nancy Bowie Thompson real quick? Let's see Nancy. Nancy, look at the photos. We're so thankful. We've got all of our donors here. Look at some of these outfits that they have. And I even saw that the Easons have that picture of Kirkwood there in the snow. Nancy Bowie Thompson, we see you. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to text in your numbers. We'll put that number back in there. Nancy, thank you for your $500 gift in SMUD. We appreciate it. And Karen Alford. Karen, thank you so very much. Karen Alford has been a major supporter of Wayfinder Family Services in Lilliput for so many years, and just huge hearts. The Alfords, thank you very much. We appreciate you, Karen, and all that your family has done in support of Wayfinder and Lilliput. Yes, we've got Carol Ramirez, OMG, we love you, Jen and Matt Eason. Shauna June coming in at $100. Thank you. Folks, here we go. If you'd like to come in at 500 or 250 or 100 or 300 or 200, let's go. Here we go, folks. Let's have all the gifts start to come in. Let's come together here and make a huge difference. Yes, we've got $1,000 gift with Brett and Leela Bruderer. Brett and Leela Bruderer, thank you very much. I appreciate your support. Thank you at $1,000. Ryan Fridborg, thank you very much at $500. Ryan Fridborg, we appreciate it. Folks, we're over 11,000. We're on our way to 12, maybe 13, 14, 15, 20. I'm not sure. Here we go, folks. Evan and Laura Matthew in the chat bar said, yay to the Alfords. Thank you very much. Yes! Wow! Folks, another $1,000 from Peter Dwares. Thank you, Donnie. Peter Dwares in memory of Jim Meeker. Jim Meeker, our Grand Marshal. Thank you very much, Peter Dwares, in memory of Jim Meeker, our Grand Marshal. We just had an opportunity to hear from Jerson and the impact that Jim Meeker has had on his life. Peter Dwares, thank you very much for that gift in support of Jim. We appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, I've got in the chat bar, more's coming in. Tamara Kelly at $500. Tamara Kelly, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have people all over the country with us tonight. We've got them in Atlanta. We've got more gifts coming in. Thank you, Gene Minton. This is amazing. Thank you so very much for all of your generous support. Tamara Kelly said, woohoo! Woohoo! Tamara Kelly. Woo, 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 woohoo! Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We'll give it just a few more minutes here. Is there any? Oh my gosh! Serena Who at $1,000. Wow, folks, this is a lot of fun. We've got gifts coming in. We are so close to 15,000. I know we can do 15,000 together tonight. We've got $1,000 from Serena Who. Wow, this is awesome, folks. If you want to make a gift tonight in support of Wayfinder Family Services Lilliput, you can donate now by going to Donate to Fund a Need. That link below, click on Donate to Fund a Need. You can make a gift from you and your families or you and your watch parties. You can also make a gift in our chat bar if you're struggling for any reason by typing your first and last name and the dollar amount, or you can call the phone number below and Donnie will pick up the phone maybe and take your information over the phone too. So here we go, folks. One final push. I'm wondering who might want to come in, make a huge difference for us. One final push. Here's what we can do, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you've already given or you haven't given yet, if everybody comes in right now, we can surpass $15,000 together. So I'm wondering if everybody just gave $100 right here, right now, if everybody just came in at $100, we could surpass $15,000 together right here, right now. And it would be the power of us with our team right here tonight. We're all in this together virtually. So one final push here, folks, and then we're gonna get into the live auction. Even if you've already given, you can give again. If you haven't had a chance yet, we'll go at $100 together right now. We can surpass $15,000 together. We're only gonna need about, I think we're only gonna need about 13 of these. Yep, John Nicholas in the chat bar said, I'm in for 500. John Nicholas, yes. Jennifer Easton coming in at $100. Here we go, folks. Let's go. We've got our 500, our 100. Yes, Mimi Atwood coming in at $250. Karen Alford at $100. 9 more, folks. 9 more. We can surpass $15,000 together right here, right now. Together. We need 9 more at 100. We can do 15 together, folks. We've got gifts coming in. Yes! Chris Stickney coming back in at $250. John Nicholas at $500. Yes, folks, the final push. Here it is, the final one. Even if you haven't had a chance, even if you've already given, we could give again. Yes! Danielle Atwood at $250. Michael Smith at $500. Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Woo! Jay Allen coming in at 100. We've surpassed, we're almost to 16,000. Folks, if we just had 3 more, we're at 16,000 now. Wow. Grace Raw, yes. David and Grace Raw coming back in again at another $1,000, folks. I've got Linda Burkhart at $100 in the chat bar. Folks, we've got money coming out of nowhere right now. The chat bar, it's coming all over. We're at almost 17,000. Yes, yes, yes. This is unreal. Thank you so very much, folks. Wow. Even if you haven't had a chance to give, you can still give to our Fund a Need. We'll keep it open throughout the night. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you so very much for your support. Folks, thank you so very much. You can continue to give. Lilliput in the chat bar said, Grace and Dave, wow, another $1,000. Thank you. Lilliput, yes. Karen Alford said, Chris. Karen Alford, yes, Linda. Folks, the chat bar, we're having a lot of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so good to see you. Let's show some of those photos one more time. I know we saw the Easons there and Nancy Bowie Thompson. I know we even saw a special dog there with our photos at home. Lilliput, we miss seeing you, Michael and Justino. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a lot of fun. We're going to move into our live auction right here, right now. I'm going to bring Donnie back up to share with us about our live auction items. But before Donnie comes up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move into our live auction right here, right now. It's going to move super fast. We're going to, if you can do us a favor, go back to the homepage, that link below. It is derbyday2021.ggo.bid. Go to that link. You'll find our first live auction item, number 1, and then we're going to go through our items super fast. We're going to do a live auction virtually right here, and then we've got our special surprises. We've got awards to give out. our hat contest. We've got a special Derby Day, and we've also got 2 very amazing families that you'll still get a chance to hear from. You can continue to give to our Fund a Need as the night goes on. We'll keep checking in on that and making our special shout outs. We appreciate your support. Without further ado, Donnie DeBolt to come back up and share with us our description for our first live auction item. Donnie, come on in.
All right, the first auction item is date nights for a year. The 2 of you will be hitting the town for the next 12 months. This package has 12 restaurant cards for use in the greater Sacramento area. Fine dining at Frank Fat's, Mikuno's Japanese Restaurant and Sushi Bar, Monk's Cellar, and Hoppy Brewing Company Rail Yard Kitchen and Hop Garden are just the beginning of where you'll get to dine. Each gift card has a value between $50 and $100.
All right, folks, here we go. We're going dates for a year. I've got who else? Jennifer Eason, been supporting us all night at $700. And Nash, you've been outbid. Here it is, folks. You'll see the bidding here on the side of the screen. I've got $700 with Jennifer Eason. I'm looking for $800 right here. Let's cheer them on in the chat bar, folks. This is dates for an entire year. Let's cheer them on in the chat bar. We're at $700 with Jennifer Eason. I'm looking for $800. Looks like we're Miss Wendy Phoenix. It's so good to see you. Law offices of David Ash. Wendy Phoenix, thank you for joining us this evening. And what do we've got? Finance, Paul McKenna here. Thank you, Jennifer Eason and Nash. Who would like to come in? We're cheering on Jennifer. We've got Donnie. Matthew Ramosa said, Donnie, hello, hello. All right, last one, folks. We're going to sell this in 6 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's dates for a year. Last chance. If you want to get it, we're going to sell this one right here, right now. Anybody wants to come in? One final chance. Do us a favor. You're going to want to click on dates for a year. You'll see the bid option of bid 800 or bid more. If you click that now, you can see if you want to come in. Last chance. Anybody else? Jennifer Eason's got it, unless Ann wants to come in. Going to sell it. One final countdown. 3, 2, 1. It is now closed. Congratulations. That was a lot of fun. We're going to move into our second live auction item right here, right now. Donnie, what do we have next?
We have Mexico for 4 nights. Let Mexico be your muse with a stay in your choice of Nuevo Vallarta, Acapulco, or Riviera Maya Cancun, Mexico for 5 days and 4 nights at a 4 or 5-star resort for 2, land only. Pack your bags and get ready for an incredible vacation in a hot destination. Immerse yourself in the natural wonders, scenic ancient ruins, soaring cliffs, charming people, inspired art, superb food, tangy tequila, and parties along the playa in Mexico. Regardless of the destination you choose, you'll stay in a 4 or 5-star luxury hotel replete with convenient amenities to make your stay everything you desire.
All right, Kathleen Fox is in the lead at $1,000. Here we go. We're going to go to Mexico, folks. And if you need somebody to go with you, I'll join you. We've got Gene Minted coming in at $1,100. Yes, Gene Minted, it's so good to see you. You've been supporting us all night. I've been seeing you in the chat bar, Gene. We appreciate your support. Kathleen Fox, I'm back to you looking for $1,200. Gene Minton came in at $1,100. I'm looking for $1,200. Maybe Dr. Lily D. Giacomo wants to come in, at $1,200. Here we go. I've got Gene at $1,100. If you want to come in, now's your chance. I'm going to sell this one in 10 seconds. I've got Gene. We've got folks cheering on in the chat bar. Go, Gene. Go, Gene. Go, Gene. Go. Jenna Fratkin said, it looks amazing. Raul Ramirez said, Carol Ramirez, Matt and Jen, can't wait to go on a date night with you. LOL. Here we go, folks. We're on Mexico. We're having fun. I'm looking for $1,200. I'm going to sell it here in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Gene's got it at $1,100. Last chance. Kathleen Fox, if you want to come in, got to sell it, got to move on. We're going to Mexico. How's this? I'll throw in, I will do your dishes for you. If you want to go to Mexico, I'll go with you. I'll do the dishes. I'll do your laundry. I'll help you. I'll be your caddy if you want to go golf. I'll throw that in with you if you want to go. Here we go. I got $1,100 with Gene. Last chance. Kathleen, if you want to go, here we go. Last one. It is going to close in 3, 2, 1. Oh, Terry in the chat bar said, I'll go to Mexico with Gene. Terry's coming in. Gene, you might have some folks that want to go with you because it is now closed. Gene, congratulations. Terry, talk to Gene. That's a lot of fun. You're going to have a great time. Yeah, we've got, actually, I just got word from Donnie that we could sell 2 of these. So Kathleen Fox, if you want to come in just another $100, we can sell it to you as well. Or anybody that wants it at $100, yes. If you want it at $1,100, we can sell 2 of these. Donnie, just let me know. So in the chat bar, let us know if you want it for $1,100. We'll sell it to you as well. And Gene, I've got you at $1,100. I'm gonna sell it there. But if anybody else that wants it at $1,100, we'll take it in the chat bar if you'd like to go at $1,100. Or Kathleen Fox, we'll check on you later. We'll give that offer up. But we've got a second one of those if you'd like it. So without further ado, Donnie, why don't you tell us about our next live auction item?
And the next one is the ultimate Mother's Day basket. Mother's Day is right around the corner, and we have you covered. With a gift certificate valued at $100 for a cut and color, a lavender creme brulee soy candle, a Mother's Day bouquet valued at $100, a gift card to the 105 Noshery for $100, a bottle of Roeder Estate Multi-Vintage Brut, a certificate for an 8-inch cake at Nothing But Cakes, and then a wine tasting for $6 and a complimentary bottle of wine at Herringer Estates in Clarksburg. You've got the ultimate gift.
All right, folks, the ultimate Mother's Day gift. I've got Cami Verman coming in here at $350. I'm looking for $400. The ultimate Mother's Day gift. We're going to take care of all of your needs right here, right now. You've got all the special things. I'm wondering who would like to come in at $400. Maybe Karen wants to come back in, maybe Callie, but I've currently got Cami Verman coming in at $350. Last one, we're going to sell this one in 10 seconds. Karen, Callie, last chance. If you want to go, you've got your ultimate Mother's Day gift here. If you come in at $400, last one. It's still undervalued, ladies and gentlemen. It's $100 undervalued, so you're still getting a steal. Yes, I've got Grace Raw came in at $400. Cami, Karen, Callie, who wants to come in at $450? I've got Grace here at $400. Grace and Dave Raw have been supporting us all night in a huge way. We appreciate your support. Wondering who would like to come in at $450? Last chance. Gonna sell it in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. I've got Grace and Dave Raw here at $400. Cami, Karen, Callie, last chance. If you want to come, bid $450. Gonna sell it. Here it is. Last one, last round. Gonna go. Anybody else? It is now closed. Congratulations. We appreciate all of your support. Donnie, I think we've got another live auction item. What's that?
That we do. Kirkwood Condo. Enjoy 5 nights at beautiful Kirkwood in a studio condo just steps from the mountain. Summer activities include hiking, mountain biking, road biking, fishing, kayaking, rock climbing, trail running or walking, and swimming in the lakes or streams. Winter activities include downhill, cross-country, backcountry, and skate skiing, snowboarding, and snowshoeing. It's all right outside your door, ready for you to enjoy. The comfy studio sleeps up to 4, 2 is comfortable, is well organized and has wireless internet and a flat screen with HDMI hookup. Must be used before April of 2022.
All right, folks, we're going to Kirkwood. Looks like we've currently got Craig Hederich in the lead at 700. Looks like Deborah Emery, Alex Cheney. Who would like to come in? I'm looking for $800. We're going to Kirkwood. And let's show some of those photos again. We've got Nancy Bowie Thompson and all of our photos that have been coming in. I think there was a photo in there of the Eastons currently at a view of Kirkwood. Was I right, Donnie? Yes, we've got, so there's a view. I've got Craig Hederich here at 700. I'm looking for $800 on Kirkwood. Gonna sell it here in 10 seconds. Craig's got it at 700. Last chance if you want to go in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Craig's got it at 700. Last chance if you want to go. Check it out. Looks like we've got high fives from Gene Minton in the chat bar. We see you. And Grace has got some love for our winners here. We appreciate you. Thank you very much, Grace. Last one. Craig's got it. Lilliput, you're going to Kirkwood. Any last chance? Last one. Craig's got it. Gonna sell it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is now. I love it. This is so much fun. We're having a great time. Last one. Anybody else? Last chance. Gonna sell it. It is now closed. Congratulations. Wow. Donnie, what's next?
Okay, bread making with a chef in your home. John Renfro, former executive chef at Morton's, now retired, has been working on a sourdough starter since the stay-at-home orders hit a year ago. He's up for bid to bring his starter, equipment, and ingredients to make one amazing sourdough loaf, as well as one white or whole wheat loaf of bread at your home. You will then be treated to 4 hours of learning bread making from this culinary wizard. He will leave some started with you, as you will also learn how to start and maintain your own amazing sourdough starter. Maximum people is 4. You need to live within 60 miles of Carmichael, and it needs to be used by June 30th, and you have to bid against me.
Oh, we're bidding against Donnie, folks. Donnie, you got to get back in there so we can get your bids. Yep, I've got Donnie at 300. I'm looking for 350. You're bidding against Donnie, folks. We're looking for $350 right here. Bread making, it's going to be a lot of fun. I've got Donnie at 300. I'm looking for 350. Oh, I've got 350 with John Nicholas. I'm looking for 400. Donnie's at 400. Folks, Donnie, she's bidding. I got John Nicholas. I got Donnie at 400. Donnie is literally right behind the camera bidding with us. Evan Matthews, you've been out. I'm not sure what's going on now. I've got Donnie at 400. And so Evan Matthews, you're not at 400. Donnie's at 400 because she's telling me we're bidding live. I've got Donnie bidding here. I'm looking for 450. I've got Donnie at 400. Evan Matthews, you've been outbid. John Nicholas, I'm looking for 450. Donnie's currently at 400. She's bidding here. I've got Evan Matthews at 450. I've got Evan Matthews at 450. I'm looking for $500. 500. Here it is. I've got Evan Matthews. I got Evan Matthews at 450. I'm looking. Donnie's at 500. I've got Donnie at 500. Evan Matthews. I'm looking. Here we go. Here's what we're gonna do. If it's okay, Donnie, can we sell this one twice? Awesome. Donnie, I'm going to sell it to you for $500. Evan Matthews, another $50. We'll sell it to you for $500. That's $1,000 back to Wayfinders. Evan Matthews, if you want to let us know in the chat bar, we're going to sell both of them here for $500. Evan Matthews, just let us know if you'll take it for $500. We'll sell it to you as well. Donnie, we're going to sell it to you as well for $500. Congratulations. Thank you very much. John Nicholas said, Sal is with me. Sal wants to beat Donnie. Thank you very much. We appreciate your support. Donnie, I think we've got another live auction item. Here we go, Donnie.
Oh, that was exciting. Here's our last live auction item, and all the rest of the items are silent auction items, and they will close at 5 p.m. on Sunday. So here we go, Aptos Getaway. Call the beach your home. This is just like having your own beach home with all the amenities of a 4-diamond resort. Is the ocean calling you? Are you dreaming of sand between your toes as you listen to the roar of the waves crashing on the beach and the wonderful smell of the salty sea air? Then 2 nights in a studio, sleeps 2, at the beautiful Seascape Beach Resort in Aptos should do the trick. The unit features a kitchenette, fireplace, and a private balcony facing the majestic Monterey Bay. Indulge in a host of resort options such as golf, in-suite spa treatments, the popular beach fires to go, discounted tickets to Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, and much more.
All right, folks, we're going to Aptos. Let's have some fun. I've got Nick Weber here at $700. I'm looking for $800. Nick Weber's in the lead at $700. Dr. Janice Thompson, seeing if you want to come in at $800. Callie Hetrick, Alex Cheney, who would like to come in? $800. I've got, I just got word that Evan and Laura Matthews took that other bread for $500. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. All right, folks, our last live auction item right here, right now. Nick Weber's currently in the lead at $700. I'm looking for $800. I'm going to sell it here in 10 seconds. Nick's got it at $700 in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nick's got it at $700. Last chance. Wants to come in. Anybody at $800? We are going to Aptos. Last one, last chance. Going to sell it. Here we go. Here it is. The chat bar's on fire. I love it. All right, it is going to now close. Congratulations. We appreciate it. Thank you very much for all of your bidding this afternoon. We really appreciate all of your support. This has been a lot of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, we are excited to introduce. Let's check on our fund and need real quick. Do me a favor. Can we check on the fund and need real quick? I think we just had another $1,000 come into our fund and need from the Friends of the Fruins. Thank you very much. Another $1,000. Folks, we're on our way to $20,000 this evening. It's okay, Krista, I got it. Folks, thank you very much. Another $1,000 from the Friends of the Fruins. We appreciate it. Thank you. We're on our way to 20,000. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we have two very, very, very amazing family stories that you're going to get a chance to hear from some of our Lilliput families here in just a second. After our first family story, I'm going to announce our 3 hat contest winners. We'll hear our second family story, and then we have our 3 final win, place, show awards to give out. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. We're going to hear a little bit more from another family. This is the Hanley family, about what Lilliput and Wayfinder Family Services, the impact that they have had on their lives. Please enjoy.
We looked into adopting a sibling group because we knew that we always wanted to have more than one child. The boys were 3, 4, and 7 when we adopted them, and they are the youngest 3 of 6. The boys are all doing really well. My oldest is 21 now, and he recently enlisted in the Army. I have an 18-year-old who's taking a gap year from college and working full-time. And my 17-year-old is finishing up remote learning for his senior year of high school and has been accepted at several colleges. So I'm thrilled to see the progress that they're making. What I would share with potential parents is know your limitations. No one will judge you. You know what you're capable of doing, and please consider older children. We did not initially consider a 7-year-old, and it was the best decision we made.
Okay, so my journey, I would say as a kid growing up, I didn't give being adopted a lot of thought. It was not something that was super discussed as far as like me telling my classmates or anything like that in school. But as I got older, it just became something that was a lot more prominent, and I became a lot more open to talk about. And part of the reason why I actually didn't talk about it a whole lot when I was a kid was not because I was like ashamed of it or anything, but because people would sometimes ask questions, and they were just questions that were kind of bizarre sometimes, some things that I just didn't feel like answering. But then as I got older, I kind of realized that people who are asking me these questions and people who don't know what my experiences are genuinely just curious. And instead of feeling like the questions that they're asking me are just like not things that make me feel comfortable or things that I want to answer, I kind of looked at it as something as like an opportunity to help people realize like my experiences and what people who go in foster care and people who are adopted have to sort of go through and their struggles. And so I actually felt more inclined to help people realize, my story, my path, and things like that. And as far as like me, myself, I'd say that personally, school has been something that I really am passionate about. And I do have struggles, as everyone does, in their certain subjects and fields and stuff like that, and things that they're interested in school. But I would say that for kids who are going through foster care and kids who are adopted, to just find something that grounds them, find an interest, find a hobby, find something you're super passionate about. For me, that's kind of what helped me get through school. I'm an artist. I do a lot of photography, and I do a lot of variety of art mediums, and that's something that I'm super passionate about and has definitely kept me motivated. And I think that some skills that people who are adopted and people that are going through foster care can pick up are things like just staying motivated, staying consistent, and staying dedicated, because people who go through foster care and people who are adopted, again, they do encounter a lot of struggles in their life. And if you encounter these things, you may not always come out as someone who's super, I guess in a way, like not as fortunate as other people. And for me, staying consistent and motivated and dedicated, and someone who realizes the importance of resiliency, I've learned that these skills are just as important as things that other kids who aren't going through foster care and aren't adopted have. So yeah, and I think that for parents and their kids and stuff like that, I think that I would definitely encourage people to adopt. And like my dad said, adopting older kids, just because I can't imagine what they go through and what they have to experience. I was really lucky and I got adopted at a really early age. And I still have things that I struggle with. I still have things that I sort of have to overcome because of the fact that I was adopted. But I can't imagine what that's like for older kids. And part of me also feels inclined to study sociology or psychology, so I can actually help kids and older kids in the foster care system. So I can maybe get a major in social services. So I'm definitely leaning towards something like that. But mostly in college, I want to study AP Studio Art, which is like college level courses in graphic design, photography, and stuff like that. So that's what I'm really passionate about. But I'm someone who likes to study a lot of things. I'm someone who has a multitude of interests. So sociology, psychology, art, it's all a part of me. It's all a part of things that I've learned, things that I value. And yeah, that's me, and that's like part of my journey. And I'm really proud to be adopted, and it's something that I really appreciate. And I can't imagine my life if I wasn't, and I can't wish for anything different.
I guess I would say that parenting is an incredible journey, and those people who are considering adoption, don't think of it as a last recourse to your path to parenting. I hope that people will also consider it as a first choice for this journey.
Thank you to the Hanley family. Dennis, thank you very much for sharing your story with us. And it's so great to see your children. And we see so much love for the Hanley family here in the chat bar. Terry Renfro said, thank you very much for sharing your story. Jenna Fratkin said, so inspiring. Matthew Romza said, touching video. Thank you very much to the Hanleys. Wow. And Andrew Tag coming in. Thank you, Wayfinder Lilliput, for all you do for our families. What a great organization. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got love coming in the chat for the Hanleys. We also have donations that have been coming into our fund to need. We just had another $100 come in from Kathleen Fox, another $250 from Nick Weber. Ladies and gentlemen, we are $1,900 away from $20,000. So if you haven't got your $100 gift in yet, folks, you can make that $100. And all of us tonight, if everybody just gave $100 right here, right now, we would surpass $20,000. You can make that gift by going onto that link right below and clicking on Donate to Fund a Need. So again, thank you very much, Nick, Kathleen, and the Friends of the Fruins. We appreciate it. Thank you so very much. I now have my hat here, where I am going to pull our hat contest winners. So a little drum roll at home, ladies and gentlemen, a cheers with your mint julep, and a congratulations to everyone that supported our hat contest. And our first hat contest winner is, for win, it goes to Gianna Matthews. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Gianna Matthews. We appreciate it. Nick Weber, I see you're another $100 gift, Nick Weber. We appreciate you starting us off again at the $100 level. You've been supporting us all night, Nick. We appreciate it. We're on our way to 20,000. Congratulations to our win, to Gianna Matthew. Congratulations. And our next one coming in here is our second place winner goes to Jason. Jason, congratulations on our hat contest. We appreciate it. Thank you. And last but not least, we've got our show goes to Timothy. Thank you, everyone, for all of your support. A lot of fun. I'll put my hat back on, and I would be cheersing you with our mint julep. Ladies and gentlemen, you can continue to give to our Fund a Need. You can see here on the side that it's currently, there's another $50. Just came in from Lisi Baumgartner in memory of Jim Meeker. Ladies and gentlemen, you can make as many gifts as you'd like. I think tonight we can surpass $20,000 by the end of tonight. We've only got a few minutes left, but if everybody gets their $100 or their $50 in, I think together we can surpass $20,000 tonight. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we now have an opportunity to introduce our final family this evening. It is the Condon family. They have an amazing story. You're going to get a chance to hear from their 2 children, which you're going to absolutely love. And thank you very much to the Condon family. You can continue to give gifts. Well, folks at home, let's give a lot of love for the Condon family.
The original inspiration came by way of the fact that we owned and managed a group of Montessori schools, and having felt as if as a same-sex couple we would never adopt, the inspiration actually came about through a couple of other agencies, because we were interested in raising children and becoming a family, and we saw the value of family within our schools. And we originally went with an agency here in Sacramento, and then an agency in the Bay Area, and ended up with an agency that was a private agency through Sonoma County. And Maddie came along, and then certainly as we found Lilliput years later, having adopted the first time, that inspiration was, oh, we want to have a second. Actually, Ed wanted to have 5. He can talk more about that. And I said 2 was the limit. And we ended up with 12 because we had 10 exchange students across the country or across the world live with us over their junior year. But those are a whole different story. So I would say the inspiration came about because we valued education, and we saw these young children being raised, and we wanted to do it too.
So Maddie, we adopted her at birth. We took her home from the hospital, cut her umbilical cord, got to see her first spanking from the doctor. So we were there for the moment. In fact, we had been involved with the biological parent for about 3 months prior to her birth. That was quite a thrill, quite a joyful experience. Tim came to us at 15 months. We were really not in the position of being ready to adopt. My mother had passed away. We had had a tough summer, and the the social worker at the time said, you know, just go out, just dip your toe in the water, and you know, see what it feels like. And so we said, well, we'll take a chance, but we're not ready as a couple yet to really advance. That we had too much weighing on our shoulders. And you know, we just walked right into it. We went into the foster care home where Tim was located, and you know, there was just this little boy who, you know, had a pair of glasses on with I think it was a Band-Aid or some electrical tape around one side, and you know, at least in my recollection, his diaper was full. At least he was smelly in some way. And you know, he just looked at us, and you know, he just called out to us. It was just meant to be in every way. And what's I think kind of the inspiration we took away from that was, no matter how much we planned and no matter how much we anticipated this system of what we needed to do next, it had its own nature, it had its own timing, and Tim was that. So we connected with Tim, we walked away, we left that day, and there was this little 16-month, it's round, his neck and his body were all blended together. He was just a bowl of flesh. And we just knew he was ours. It just didn't, there was just no doubt. And I think that's the vulnerability of adoption, is as magical as it is about conceiving and going through the process of childbirth and the trauma, the excitement, the aspirations, adoption has its own sort of amazing, overwhelming pattern of birth of the hearts. So Tim was 15 months, then we went through the adoption placement. We were his foster parents for the first, but I think, he was really ours when he was 2. I'm probably accelerating that timeline some, but he was mine. He was in my heart from the very moment. And the funny thing is, as we look back on it, we were not going there to adopt. We were just going there to see what a child would look like we hadn't seen any. We had seen hundreds, but this particular child had a set of special needs that we were motivated to investigate because we knew we could serve his needs. If it was the worst case on the paradigm of that he would never walk, that he would have difficulties learning, that he would struggle, we were fine with that. It was within our range, but he's so not that. He's such an exceptional child, and so much of that is, of course, the power of early intervention and the power of love that brought him forward, and mostly his own self-determination. But those things you don't know at the time.
I was not in the foster system. I was fortunate enough to have my mom stumble into my parents' lives somehow, through literally like the wildest fate ever. And so I was technically on the road to adoption before I was even born. So that was awesome. So 2 dads is all I've known my whole life. And I've been given so many opportunities that I doubt I would have had if my birth mother didn't make the decision to put me up for adoption.
So my journey, kind of like what Ed Norman explained earlier, is that they adopted me at 15 months, and right out of the gate, they kind of helped me along with my development. I was kind of late in my development, so they helped me get past all of that, and get through it slowly but surely. And now I'm don't have any development issues, which is great. I'm really, really happy and pleased about that. I can't thank enough Ed Norton for that. They helped me a lot through that. And I always got asked as a kid, what's it like growing up with 2 dads? And I always thought that was kind of like a strange question, because, well, what's it like growing up with mom and dad? If there's no difference. They're loving parents, and that's who they are, and that's just how they are. And I can't be more thankful for that. So nowadays, I've went through school, and now I've worked for an airline, Southwest Airlines, and loving my job. And I think every day that the reason I'm here is because of their work when I was a kid, because they pushed me to learn how to walk and learn how to talk and all those development things that a kid needs. So everything I do today is because of them. So I'm really appreciative of that.
Wow. Thank you to the Condon family. We appreciate you sharing your story. We've seen so much love. We've got support that's been coming into our Fund a Need and in our YouTube chat bar. We've got Karen Alford. So much love for Ed, Norman, Maddie, and Tim. Thank you for sharing. Lilliput said, the amazing Condon Lorenz family, thank you so much for sharing your journey of foster care to adoption with all of us. Jean Minton has got the smile emojis going on. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been a lot of fun this evening. We're about to wrap up our event here, but we've been so grateful that you've joined us. We're going to try one final push here, one last chance, folks. If we want to try to get to $20,000, if everybody comes in at 50 or 100, we might be able to get it. I'm wondering if there's anybody who would like to come in. We're going to check out our Fund a Need here on the side of the screen. We'll keep the Fund a Need up live for just a few moments as I share our announcement of our winners. So you'll see the Fund a Need there. Our registration winners goes to Meg Starr. Congratulations, Meg Starr, being a registration winner, as well as Dr. Lily DiGiacomo. Dr. Lily DiGiacomo, congratulations. You're a winner as well. And Brian Molinoa. Brian Molinoa, congratulations. You're a winner as well. Ladies and gentlemen, our Fund a Need is going to stay open here. And I want to give another big, huge shout out to all of our horses for tomorrow. You'll do us a favor. Krista, if you can do me a favor and just click refresh over there real quick. But we want to give a huge shout out to our 10 horses who are currently in the lead. And Krista, if you can just scroll it down a little bit. Our 10 horses, Known Agenda, will be in the Kentucky Derby tomorrow. Known Agenda, Like the King, Brooklyn Strong, Keep Me in Mind, Sainthood, O Besos, Mandaloon, Medina Spirit, Hot Rod Charlie, and Midnight Bourbon. Folks, look at that. Dale Burkhart just came in. Linda and Dale Burkhart, another $100. Folks, yep, gifts coming in. Chris Stickney, you've been with us all night, Chris. So much we appreciate your support. You've been helping us all night this evening. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that our Fund a Need will stay open until Sunday evening. So you can continue to give to our Fund a Need there, as well as bid on our silent auction items. And I want to thank our sponsors one final time, folks. Our sponsors make tonight possible. A huge shout out to First Northern, Andrew Tagg, Global Vision Technologies, April and George, SMUD, Nancy Bowie Thompson, Sutter Health, Gene Minton, AASK, Board Alumni, Consolidated Communications Foundations, Karen Williams, Tykert, Mike Isle, Muller and Associates, Bill Muller, Roseville Firefighter Association, Gabe Michael, Law Offices of Ellen Arabian Lee, thank you, Ellen, Blairsdale's Business Products, Harriet and Amanda, and United Agencies with Chris Stickney. Thank you, everyone, for all of your support. It has been a lot of fun, and we have Donnie to come up for a special closing, but I've genuinely had a lot of fun with you this evening. It's been so much fun. You've been a great time. Looks like Tanya wants the second Mexico trip. Wow, yeah. Donnie's telling me to keep reading the chat. I'm not. Sutter Health, Tamara, thank you for making that happen. Thank you so very much. Oh, there it is. Dean Tomlin is the one who actually wants the Mexico trip, and you've got it. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we just sold our second Mexico trip. It's been a lot of fun with you this entire evening. Thank you so very much for joining us for Derby Day 2021. And before you take off, we're going to have Donnie here in just a second. But thank you so very much. We appreciate all your support. Donnie, any final closing words for us?
Thank you all so much. I think you have an idea of how much your support means to all of our families and all of the children in foster care that they love so much. And we're only $1,600 away from making our $20,000 Fund a Need goal, which just makes us so excited. And Fund a Need and silent auction will be open through Sunday, 5 p.m. So if you're wondering what to do with that tax return, well, we know we've got an idea for you. But from the bottom of our hearts and from Jim Meeker, thank you all so much for your support this evening. And enjoy the Derby Day tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye.
the master, Frankie. Thank you. Really